Hello, myself Abirami from St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. Today, let's see about big data. What is then big data? Okay, in this section we have see about introduction to big data and types of big data analytics and application of big data. Okay, first see about what is data. The quantities, characters or symbols on which operations are performed by a computer, which may be stored and transmitted in the form of electrical signals and recorded on magnetic, optical and mechanical recording media. Okay, this is the data. What is then big data? Big data is also data but with a huge size. Big data is a term used to describe a collection of data that is huge in volume and yet growing exponentially with time. In short, such data is so large and complex that none of the traditional data management tools are able to store it, process it efficiently. Extremely large data sets that may be analyzed computationally to reveal patterns, trends, and association, especially relating to human behavior and interaction, are known as big data. This is an example of big data. The New York Stock Exchange generates about 1 terabyte of new trade data per day. In this in social media, the statistics shows that 500 plus terabytes of new data get ingested into the database of social media site Facebook every day. This data is mainly generated in terms of photo and video uploads, messages, exchanges, putting commands, etc. Okay, and single jet engine can generate 10 plus terabyte of data in 30 minutes of flight time. With many thousands of flights per day, generation of data reaches up to many petabytes. This is in various memory sizes. That is in bit, nipple, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, and gigabyte, terabyte, petabytes, and exabyte, zettabyte, and yottabytes. This is in memory sizes. Okay, what is the characteristics of big data? There are 4 V's: volume, velocity, and variety. Veracity. First, volume. Volume means how much data is generated. Nowadays, organizations or human beings or systems are generating or getting very vast amount of data. Say TB means terabytes and PB petabytes and XEB exabytes and more. Volume is a very large amount of data. Volume is the one characteristics which needs to be considered while dealing with big data solutions. Next, velocity. Velocity means how fast produce data. Nowadays, organizations or human beings or systems are generating huge amounts of data at every fast rate. That is the term velocity refers to the speed of generation of data. How fast the data is to be generated and processed to meet the demands and determines real potential in the data. That is velocity is produce data at very fast rate. Next, variety. What is variety? Variety means different forms of data. Nowadays, organizations or human beings or systems are generating very huge amount of data at very fast rate in different formats. We will discuss in details about different formats of data also. Okay, variety is the produce data in different formats. Example, images or videos or GIF files, any format of data. Next, veracity. Veracity means the quality of correctness or accuracy of captured data. Out of 4 V's, it is most important V for any big data solution, because without correct information or data, there is no use of storing large amount of data at fast rate and different formats. That data should give correct business value. Veracity is the correctness of data. There are types of big data. There is a structured format, unstructured, and semi-structured. What is then structured? Any data can be stored and accessed and processed in the form of a fixed format is called as structured. Over the period of time, talent in computer science has achieved greater success in developing techniques for working with which kind of data, where the format is well known as in advance, and also deriving value of it. However, nowadays we are facing issues when a size of such data grows to a huge extent. Typical sizes are being in a range of multiple zettabytes. This is a structured format. This is a tabled format, and this is a relational database management system is an example for structured data. And this is an unstructured data. Any data with known form or structure is classified as unstructured data. In addition to the size being huge, unstructured data poses multiple challenges in terms of its processing for deriving value of it. A typical example for unstructured data is heterogeneous data sources containing a combination of symbol, text files, images, videos, and etc. Nowadays, organizations have wealth of data available with them, but unfortunately they don't know how to derive the value out of it, since this data is in raw form of unstructured format. This in Google is an example of unstructured format. This is in semi-structured. Semi-structured data contain both the forms of data, both in structured and unstructured. We can see semi-structured data as in structured in the form of, but it is actually not defined with the example of table definition relational database. Example of semi-structured data is a data represented in XML file. This is an example of semi-structured data. Okay, what is then big data analytics? Big data analytics is the process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing large set of data. It is then called a big data to discover patterns and other useful information. Big data analytics can help organizations to better understand the information contained within the data and will also help to identify the data that is most important to the business and future business decisions. High performance of analytical representation. To analyze such a large volume of data, big data analytics is typically performed using specialized software tools and applications for a predictive analytics, data mining and text mining, forecasting and data optimization. Collectively, these processes are separate but highly integrated functions of high performance on analytics. Okay. The challenges. The most organization big data analytics is a challenge. Consider the sheer volume of data and the different formats of data, both unstructured and structured, that is collected across the entire organization, and many different ways the different types of data can be combined and contrasted and analyzed to find patterns and other useful business informations. The first challenge is breaking down that data silos. To access all data on organization stores in different places and often in different systems. The second challenge is in creating platforms that can pull in unstructured data as easily as structured data. This massive volume of data is typically so large that it is difficult to process using traditional database and software methods. Big data analytics used today. This is a big data analytics nowadays. How can be used? There are variety of format we can be used. Okay, top big data applications. What are the top applications in used? Healthcare. In healthcare center we have to use big data. Travel, education, telecom, e-commerce, media and entertainment, retail. This is our big data applications in today's world. Let's see. Okay, in big data in retail. How big data in retail used? The retail industry is one of that faces the most fierce competition of all. Retailers constantly hunt for ways that will give them competitive edge over others. Customers are the real king, sounds legit for the retail industry in particular. For retailers to thrive this competitive world, they need to understand their customers in a better way. If they are aware of their customers needs to and how to fulfill these nodes in the best possible way, then they know everything. Okay, in this big data retail industry, even a detail about any customer how has now become significant for them. They are now closer to their customers than they have ever been. This empowers them to provide customers with more personalized services and predict their demands in advance. In big data in healthcare, Big data and healthcare an ideal match. It complements the healthcare industry better than anything available. The amount of data healthcare industry has to deal with is unimaginable. Gone are the days when the healthcare practitioners were incapable of harnessing this data, from finding a cure to cancer to detecting Ebola and much more. Big data has to got it all under its belt, and researchers have been some life-saving outcomes through it. Smart wearables have gradually gained popularity and are the latest trend among people around age groups. This generates massive amounts of real-time data in the form of alerts, which helps in saving lives of many people. Okay, big data in education. When you ask people about this use of data, that then educational institute gathers the majority of people that will give the same answer, that the institute or the student might need to be future references. Even you had a same perception about this data, did not you? But the fact in this data holds an enormous importance. Big data is the key to shaping the future of the people and has the power to transform the education system for better. Some of the top universities are using big data as a tool to renovate their academic curriculum. Big data in e-commerce. Big data is now important as anyone else in the organization. Amazon, the biggest e-commerce, the firm in the world of the one of the pioneers of the big data and analytics, and has to big data as a backbone of its system. Flipkart, the biggest e-commerce firm in India, has one of the most robust data platform in the country. Big data in media and entertainment. Media and entertainment industry is all about art and employing big data. It is a sheer piece of art and science are often considered to be too complementary, contrasting domains, but when employed together, they do not make deadly duo and big data endeavors in the media industry and perfect example of it. Customers are know the real heroes of the media and entertainment industry is big data. Big data in finance, digital banking and payments are two of the most trending buzzwords around. The big data has been heart of it. Big data is bossing the key areas of financial firms such as fraud detection, risk analysis, algorithmic trending and customer containment. Big data in travel industry. Okay, while big data is spreading wildfire and various industries have been cooking its food with it, the travel industry has bit late to realize its worth. Better late than never though. Having a stress-free traveling experience is still like a daydream for many. From providing them to best offers to be able to make suggestions in real time, big data is certainly a perfect guide for any traveler. Okay, big data in telecom. Companies now with the help of big data analytics can track the areas with the lowest as well as the highest network traffics and those that doing the needful to ensure hassle free network connectivity. The telecom industry now provide the customer with offers as customized as possible. Big data in automobiles. In this automobile industry's role and big data analyzes its wheels, or I must say big data has given the wings to it. Big data has helped the automobile industry achieve things that were beyond our imaginations. Okay, that's all about the big data. Thank you.